Hey guys, it's Lovely Soul here and I'm back with another video. Okay, so clearly you guys see this little one right here. Yeah. This is Milani, okay? I had her inside of her crib watching a little video, whatever, but she started to get a little fussy. So I got her in the video with me. Oh well, she was in my last video too, y'all. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a little story time about some guy that I used to talk to, okay? So it's weird because this guy that I used to talk to made me realize that there are good men out there. And I know you guys are probably like, but the title says, yes, the title is right, you guys. He is indeed a fuckboy. But he made me realize that there are good guys out there, right? And I'm gonna explain to you guys in a second how he did that. Okay, so y'all, I put her to the side because she's doing too much. Anyways, the first time I've ever seen this guy, okay, he was a photographer at this party that I went to, okay? And it was a Halloween party, and I saw him and I was like,
he is so fine. Like, damn, he's so fine.
And you know, he was just doing his job. He wasn't looking at nobody. He wasn't, you know, doing anything like that. So then, you know, he took our pictures, my friend and I pictures. We were in our Halloween costumes, and yeah, he just took our pictures or whatever. So that's the first time I ever met him, okay? Well, I've ever seen him, actually, I should say.
The next time, money.
So the next time that I ended up seeing him, he was a photographer as well at this place, and he was at my one of my friend's baby showers. So I saw him, and you know, it's like a little personal baby shower, friends, family, you know, extended or whatever. And I just said to my friend, I was like, oh my god, he's so fine, I need to talk to him or whatever. And my friend was like, you know, just go talk to him or whatever. And I was just like, no, I can't go talk to him. And you know how it is, like, you want to talk to somebody but you're nervous. I was nervous. I couldn't do it, okay? He was just there all cute and stuff, taking pictures. I won one of the contests. It was like the dirty diaper contest or whatever. And he was like,
take a picture with your dirty diaper.
Or something like that. And I was just like, okay, you ain't gotta tell me twice.
After that point, I really liked him. Kind of stalked him a little bit. It was weird because some girl that I did not know, she was like obsessed with him.
We gotta keep it cute.
Some girl on Facebook or whatever, I didn't know her, but she used to always hit me up. I feel like she had a crush on me or something like that. So she used to always hit me up or whatever. And it was crazy because one day we were in Messenger and we were talking on Messenger. Well, before it was Messenger, it was just regular Facebook messaging. And we were in there, and then she added him in there.
And I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, how do you know him?
So we're all talking in the inbox or whatever. It was crazy. And then he was like, don't you guys got my number? And I was like,
I got your number.
I got their number. What you talking about? You ain't give me that number. Give me that number. What's that number?
He gave us the number or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you guys call me or whatever. And I was like,
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I ended up calling him or whatever.
so I ended up calling him. I don't think he answered the phone. So I was like,
you know what? It's fine. Like, you ain't gotta answer. Like, bump you. I don't even like you no more, right?
So then he called me back and I answered that shit quick fast. Like,
I was like, hello. Yeah, no, I was not playing. Like, hi, what you doing? How you doing? Where you at?
we were talking on the phone. His voice, first of all, let's get that down. His voice did not match his face. If you know what I'm saying, say you know what I'm saying in the comment section. His voice sounded like a 52-year-old white guy, probably even 60. I was just like,
whoa, like, this is different. Like, what's going on? Like, your voice box doesn't match your face. Not cute. But he was fine. So I was like, hey, whatever, 52-year-old white guy, come over here. Let's go. Let's party. Let me be your baby mama.
I was just like, whatever. I kind of got over it. And then we talked for a little bit on the phone. And then we started to do Uvu. If you know what Uvu is, you guys, that video chatting app. If you know about Uvu, y'all, comment down below, let me know. Okay, we used to always video chat on like Uvu or whatever because he lives in another state. The state was close to my state, but still he lived in another state. It was like 45 minutes away from where I actually lived. So we would Uvu a lot and we talked like that. And one time he was like, you know what, I'm gonna come see you, we're gonna go on a date or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, like we could do that or whatever. I was excited. So we ended up going out on a date, but it was like mad late, so it was kind of the day was okay, but we went to like California Pizza Kitchen. Like that's the only place I was open that we could go to. So we went to California Pizza Kitchen, and then I just had a salad, you know, because back then I used to be afraid to like eat in front of boys and stuff like that, you know, the usual, as some of us girls would go through. I wanted to pay for my meal. I ended up switching out my pocketbooks, so I left my wallet on my bed. I just kind of left it on my bed and I forgot it there. It's like you look at it and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put that in my bag in a second, but then you get distracted and you do something else, and then I ended up leaving and going on our date. So it was like, shit, I don't want him to feel like I don't want to pay. But he paid, of course, but he didn't ask me to pay or anything. But I just wanted to, like, you know, be like, you know, I'll pay for my own meal type thing, you know, I'm independent, okay, I could do that. But I really didn't have my money with me, and I was just like, shit, this is embarrassing. But of course he initiated the date. He didn't care. He was a man. He was gonna pay for that date, y'all. So we left and he dropped me off home or whatever, and I really wanted to kiss him, and I knew he really wanted to kiss me. So we did the most awkwardest peck of a kiss. It was so weird, you guys. Like, it was so bad. The peck was like stupid. Like, I don't know what was wrong with this, but it was dumb. So I went in the house, and I was kind of like turned off by the kiss, but I was like, oh, the night was kind of cool, even though we went to California Pizza Kitchen because it was so damn late. But I was like, whatever. So I spoke over video chat. We talked about a lot of stuff. He was really cool, and I really liked him, you guys. I really liked him. It was cool to fall for somebody that he was in the army. He was in the army, and you know, he was that type of guy that was talking about like family and marriage, and I was just like,
oh my god, I feel like I found the one. Oh my god.
So I told my mom about him, and my mom liked him. My mom didn't like anybody I ever dated, so she liked him because I'm guessing he was in the army, so she thought that was something special or whatever. So she was just like,
okay girl, whatever, hey.
One day actually, he ended up coming to see me again. And this time he came early, y'all, and we were able to just hang out. We went to like this pizza parlor place that was like around the corner from my house just to hang out. We went for a walk. It was so beautiful or whatever. It was so cute. And like, I was just like, he was so big, he was so tall. Like, that was my first like tall guy, okay? And I was just like, just reminiscing the moments or whatever, and it was just awesome. And he was like, he fed me, y'all. Like, he was just everything. And then he wasn't. After that, we went for a walk, and then we went back to my house. We hung out a little bit and everything. So then he ended up leaving. He said something, okay, first of all, I skipped this. When we went to go for our walk or whatever, he was saying stuff like,
oh, this might sound a little weird, but I don't really take girls seriously until like I sleep with them. That's when I know that I could make them my girlfriend.
He said something like that, and I was just like, I just thought that was kind of weird. But he said that while we were like taking our walk or whatever, and I was just like, okay, whatever. So he ended up going home, and I never spoke to him again. I thought I did something bad. Like I was like broken, you guys, because I was like, what did I do? Did I post something on Facebook that he didn't like? Like, what the hell happened? Why isn't this guy trying to talk to me? Like, what? I'm texting him, he's not texting me back. I was kind of psychotic. It was kind of bad for me, but I was just confused. Like, how do you just stop talking to somebody out of nowhere? I don't know. We just stopped talking. So probably some months, probably like 4 months, y'all, like 4 months, I ended up texting him saying, like, if you didn't really want to talk to me or whatever, you could have just said that. I left my glasses in his car, everything. I was like, I need my glasses or whatever. I never got my glasses back, first of all. When I texted him all that, he was like, who's this? And I just thought to myself, like, my heart broke. Okay, the little 2 pieces that were broken in half, they broke into 4 pieces. Okay, then he was just like, who's this? And I was like,
This is Alima. I can't believe you deleted my number. Like, what did I do to you? Da, 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 da.
He ended up texting me. He was like, oh, call me on Uvu, call me on Uvu. So we call each other on Uvu, and I'm just thinking like, oh my God, this is my chance. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, my cousin deleted my numbers or something like that. Something he said. And I was so gullible. I was like, oh my God, why would he do such a thing? We called each other on Uvu. He said, call me on Uvu. So we called each other on Uvu. We were talking on Uvu. And he was just like, yeah, I've been so busy. So he had all these excuses on why he didn't text me back and why it was so long until I heard from him again. I think it was 2 months. Then after that Uvu call, I never spoke to him again. Okay? I mean, I spoke to him again, but for a while. It was like 2 more months before I spoke to him again. So I think that one was like in November. And he actually, I think I posted a picture. Either I posted a picture on Facebook or something happened. And he was like, I'm going to call you. So he calls me and he calls me and he goes, well, how come I haven't heard from you? And I'm like,
Nigga,
I've been blowing you up and you have not been contacting me. He's like, really? He tried to play it off like he was so stupid, y'all. I was like, listen, okay, don't try to make me seem like I'm stupid because I really do still like you, but I've been trying to get into contact with you and you have not been like responding to any of my text messages, nothing. And I ended up stopping, of course, because I'm not going to continuously text you and you're not texting me back. So, and back then, of course, I was scared to just call him because I wasn't your girlfriend. I wasn't anything like that. So I'm just going to text you and be like, what you doing? Hey, what did I do? You know, I'm not going to call you and be like, hey, and leave you voice message and shit. No, not going to do that. So he was just saying again, like, I've been so busy. I have to come and see you. I'm going to come out there and this and that, blah. Of course, I didn't speak to him again in a really, really long time. And I ended up getting over him and everything. So randomly, you guys, my friends and I went to this party in the state that he lives in. And I saw him. Never see him. I've never seen him anywhere ever. And I saw him. So, I saw him with 2 other girls and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. So I inboxed him because he looked right at me, you guys, and then he just walked away. And I was just like, oh, okay. But I inboxed him and on Facebook and I was like, oh, you could have said hi at least. And then he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I saw you at that party. And he was like, really? You were there? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why didn't you come up to me? I was like, you were with 2 girls. He was like, oh. He was like, you could have still came up to me and said hi. I'm mad. You should have did that. Da, 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 da. And I was just like, whatever. Again, my friend that had a baby shower before, and he was the photographer for her baby shower, she was pregnant again, and he was the photographer again. He met my son that day too, because my son was there. So he was talking to my son and all this other stuff, and it was kind of weird because I didn't want that, but my son was there. So I'm just like, you're the photographer at this party and my son is just at this party And then you want to come over and say hi to us. Yeah. I was kind of awkward, but he kind of was like, I want to make things better. I want to be with you or whatever. Da, 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 da. And a lot of her family, like I grew up with my friend, like we were young as hell when we first met. So a lot of her family was looking at us and was like, ooh, is that your boo? Is that your boo? Whatever. He was like, yeah, that's my girl, whatever. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, nigga, you came out of nowhere with that shit. I ain't speak to you in a while. Yeah, like I guess we were gonna start talking again or whatever. And then of course, it doesn't fall through. One day, you guys, it's probably like, I don't even know, like a year later, I haven't spoken to this guy, I haven't thought about this guy. I didn't give two shits about this guy anymore. I was already on somebody else. Like I wasn't really on anybody, but I was just like, you know, like I didn't care. I got a phone call and it was his area code. So I was like, who's calling me from this number? Because of course, like I said, he lives in another state. I don't get calls from this area code ever. Not even Scam Likely calls me from this area code. So who is this? Deep down inside my gut, I was like, is this him? Is it? But of course, I was like, it can't be. Like, why would he be calling me now? Like, we don't talk anymore. So I literally thought it was him for like a quick second. Then I was like, it can't be him. And it was that. And then I answered the phone and it was him. Crazy. So he's like, he's talking. He's like,
do you know who you're talking to?
I'm like, no. I played it off like, no, because I know your voice. You sound like a 52-year-old fucking old white guy. I know your voice, okay? What the fuck you talking about?
He's like, it's so-and-so, whatever. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, hey, I haven't spoken to you in a long time. How are you doing? How's life? Are you okay? And he's just like, you know, I wasn't thinking about stuff. And I was just wondering, how did we stop talking?
Nigga, what?
I had to woosah for a quick second. I was at my friend's house. We was chilling. You know, everything was cool. Then he goes, you should come to my job. He was like, where are you? You should come to my job. He was like, ooh, I work in that town. And I was like, oh, really? Like, what sense or whatever. So he was like, oh, I just got this job not too long ago, whatever. So he was a bouncer at a strip club, you guys. And he was like, you should come to my job. So I was like, all right. So I ended up going to his job and going to see him. It was at the strip club, y'all. It was weird. So he came outside, came and got me, and I was just standing in the strip club. These ugly ass girls was just doing their thing, you know. Sorry, y'all, but the ones that I saw, they weren't good. But we were just standing around and talking and, you know, rekindling our little lost love. And he was just like, you know, I just want to know how we fell off. And I was like, well, you stopped talking to me. Like, I kept trying to contact you and you stopped talking to me. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. Like, you wanted me to grovel? You wanted me to chase you? Like, I wasn't going to do that. Like, it wasn't going to happen. So it ended up just starting to be a little bit more friends or whatever. And I wasn't taking him seriously, y'all. I was not taking him seriously at all. I ended up leaving his job or whatever. And he was so persistent, you guys. One night I drove home, okay? I lived in the boonies and all my friends lived in the hood or whatever. So I would always be the one that had to drive out to them, okay? Because all the action was out there and I lived about 25 minutes away. So I drove all the way home, you guys, all the way home. And I got a phone call from him. He was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm home. I just got home. He's like, oh my God, you need to come back out here. I was like, what? And he was just like, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you. And I was just like, you have a surprise for me? What is the surprise? He's like, well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I tell you. And I was like, you right. So I was like, Mom, I'm gonna go back out there. He said he has a surprise for me. She was like, be careful, it's raining. And I was like, okay. So I go out there, it's pouring down raining. I get to his job and I'm in the car for 5 minutes and I'm just like, it's pouring, it's cold. I wanna go in the house. What do you want? And he runs to the car and he drops something in my car. It's a giant vase of pink roses. It was gorgeous. And he's like, I just wanted to give you this to apologize to you about everything that I've ever done. I don't know how we got to this place, but I want us to be better and all this stuff. And I was just like giddy. I was like,
oh my God, I've never got flowers before.
I was like happy, but then again, I was like, I can't trust him though. Like, you know, deep down, it's like, you're like, I can't trust him though. Like, he really just left me hanging. And that was that. After that, we ended up going on a little date. Not really a date. It was just like we went to the bar and we had a drink for a little bit. We kind of ended it quickly because I think I got a little toe up off of like 2 drinks, and it was mixed drinks. It wasn't like shots, you guys. I'm like, wait. I ended up spilling my drink that he paid for. And he was just like, come on, we could just go chill in the car. So we just sat in the car, we were talking or whatever. After that, I kind of decided I didn't want to talk to him anymore. I don't want to go down that road anymore. I don't want to have to deal with these guys that don't cherish me, because clearly you don't cherish me if you let me go in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of cut him off, and it was fine. It was, you know, it was whatever. I wasn't hurt, nothing. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. When I was stalking him, trying to figure out why he wasn't talking to me, and I was going through his page, and he was just doing a bunch of work, and he was doing a bunch of photography stuff, and he ended up taking this photo with this girl. And I was reading the comments or whatever, and the comments was like, ooh, who's this? He's cute on your arm like that. And the girl was just like, he's just a friend. He's just a friend or whatever. Fast forward. So he ended up getting that girl pregnant. She has the baby now. And I think they're in a relationship still. Yeah, so he was in a relationship all those times that he stopped talking to me. He went to his girlfriend. I had no idea. Remember when I told you guys I saw him with the girl? He was like, why didn't you come up to me? I was like, you were with 2 girls. He was like, oh. He was like, you could have still came up to me and said hi. That was the girl that I saw him with. I didn't realize, I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I didn't really look at her. I was just staring at him. But yeah, and that was his girlfriend at the time. So he was a fuckboy. He was a fuckboy. He had all these good qualities. Like, he knew how to treat a woman. He loved his mom. He was a mama's boy, y'all. He loved his mom, but he was a fuckboy. And every time that him and his girlfriend, I felt, broke up or whatever, they would get back together. He used to tell me about like his ex or whatever, and how she was short and she used to always try to fight him or whatever. Tell me why that girl was hella short. And it's probably not the same person or whatever, but I feel like they have an off and on relationship. That's just it. So that's my story time, y'all. Like, stay away from these men. Like, you could easily be talking to a guy that's in a relationship and you just don't know. But it's too much. It's too much. If he's not showing you that he cares, he don't care. And that's just that. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's my fuckboy story, y'all. Like, he really was trying to play me, and I was really falling for it. I'm so happy I'm not stupid no more. Okay, I'm kind of stupid, but I'm not all the way stupid. I used to be a little stupid. I used to be more stupid than I am right now. So, growth. But anyways, y'all, that's my story. I hope you guys liked it. Stay away from the fuckboys, okay? 2020 is fuckboy no more. Fuckboy no more. Hashtag fuckboy no more. Okay? Okay. See you guys on another video.